All right, what's up? I don't even know what the heck that was, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't start off the way I thought it was. What's up, Facebookers, social media lights? I guess that's what they call them, all that other good stuff. How's everybody doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day.
That's every week, isn't it?
Yeah, I just couldn't do anything with it. I really couldn't. So
Terrible.
we are live. We on live YouTube now too?
Yeah,
right?
both YouTube and
Okay,
Facebook.
so just real quick, we got to give a shout out right here. Thank God it's Friday. Nate, right? That's his name, Gary.
Nate
I'm gonna mess
Stevens,
this up.
yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Nate, thank you. I was messing with the camera. I still can't seem to get it so that we have the whole thing behind us. But we
Mine's
have
perfect, just so you know.
Shut up. So we have a backdrop. We have shirts. We have more shirts coming. Nate, thank you so much. ABC Design, right? Isn't that Andy Crane?
Andy Crane, yep.
Okay, Andy's the one who came up with our logo. Andy, thank you. So we got something cool here, man. We got a little cool show going on. But we
Something
do have the
different.
folks from, now, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the Loud Pedal Podcast, correct?
That is correct. And you got 50% of us. There's two more missing in action.
Okay, so I'm just going to, listen, I like to just get right into it. You know,
do it.
I was an announcer at Orange County Fair Speedway for a few years, announcer at Accord Speedway 10 years. I just like to get right to it.
Let's do it.
How many are you? Because there's one that I saw. There was a round table, and I see you guys at the tracks. How many are you? How long have you been doing this? Tell us what's going on, and how come I don't know about it?
So there's four of us total. There's myself. There's Jen, Brian, and Josh. We started doing this, I believe, in end of June 2020.
Okay.
And it pretty much just started. You know, we're huge race fans, and we're like,
Yeah.
hey, let's start a podcast and talk about racing. And we're like, let's just do it. And if we get 1,000 listens, we get 1,000 listens. Who cares? Whatever. We'll just have fun with it. And then a couple episodes in, we're like, why don't we interview some drivers? And then it just kind of took off, man.
So we are in the baby stages. I would say you guys are in the teenage stages right now. You guys have hit on something, man. You guys got a great show. I found myself, and I'm not going to say where I was, but I found myself watching and listening to a lot of shows, and I learned a lot. I started writing down, and went, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. But it was kind of the same thing for us. Gary came to me. I had no idea that Gary said more than 5 words at a time. And it was, his idea. And I don't know, I guess I have the personality for it. Anybody who knows me, I'm a little, I wouldn't say off. I'm a people person, I guess, sometimes.
Outgoing.
But yeah, man. And it's just, and we did the same thing. We just want to talk about racing. So where are you guys located? Where are you guys mainly located, Adam?
All over the place. So none of us live anywhere close to each other. I'm in Maryland. Jennifer's in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Josh is right outside of Reading, Pennsylvania, and Brian's up in Middletown.
How come I don't know Brian?
Maybe you do.
Yeah, I'm
Gary,
sure you
you
do. He's been to the track.
He's been around Orange County his whole
he's
life.
been around, once,
Really?
yep.
I bet you I know him. I probably talk to him every weekend and never even realize it.
Probably. Yeah.
Listen, I've got 6 kids and I forget who they are sometimes. I'm like, listen, don't lie to me. You live here, I'll find out.
Gotta put numbers on them or something.
Yeah. Well, 3 came with the lease, and then I made 3 more. So it gets confusing.
Yep.
So, but so out of Maryland. So, is there a lot of dirt racing up in Maryland?
No, but I'm only 30 minutes south of Bridgeport.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So I'm kind of actually where I'm located. It's pretty nice. Like Bridgeport's 30 minutes, Grandview's hour and a half, Big Diamond's 2 hours, Georgetown's 2 hours.
Okay.
So,
And Jen, where are you located again?
I'm right near Grandview Speedway.
Grandview. Okay. So how did the 4 of you who are so far? Gary and I literally live in the same town. We both live I live in West Brookville. He's in Port Jervis, which is literally not 5 minutes away from each other. We are probably 15 minutes from Orange County Fair Speedway, 45 minutes from Bethel, 45 minutes from Accord Speedway. How did you guys all come together?
A racing page on Facebook, actually, that Brian himself started.
Okay.
We the Fans Racing page.
Yeah.
I know that page.
Yeah,
I know that page. Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
That's how
I've
we
never
all
been
met.
kicked off. I probably should have been. Yeah. Okay.
And that's where you got to know Brian from. I mean,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's the
Well,
he's
it's-
the greater.
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. So you guys just decided you want to do a podcast, and man, it's just gone from there, huh?
Yeah, it's just kind of.
Yeah, listen, I'm looking at some of your numbers, and I'm embarrassed by what we're doing. I mean, you guys are just like, we were talking a couple days ago to Brett Hearn at Orange County and Doug Dolgarian, and they've heard of your podcast. And when a guy of that caliber has heard of you guys, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's what you want. You want people to listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
So what?
taking off? It's crazy.
So what is your main focus? I mean, do you guys? I mean, are you doing like what we're doing? You're sitting and talking because like you guys aren't consistent with exactly like it's different every single time, and that's what made me continue to go back and to continue to listen. Are you guys at the track? Are you just at home talking? Like,
Now we're at home talking. We don't record it live. We record, then edit it and post it, and mostly modifieds. Dirt modifieds. We had some sportsman guys on. A couple sprint car like USAC guys and stuff. So originally we kind of wanted to focus on the young guns to kind of help promote their careers, and it's just kind of
right.
all these other drivers decided they wanted to come on too. So we're not going to turn anybody away.
Yeah, it's kind of where we were at, right? We started off with a couple of kids, and and some of the youngsters, and Gary's like the brains behind the whole thing. I'm an idiot, I really am. So he sets all this up, and like I said, I kind of got the gift of gab, I guess,
Yeah, he's the talker.
yeah, it's kind of the same thing, man. And then I think we had Alice and Ricky on. What was it last week before? Kyle Dimitro. I knew the name, didn't know the guy. Absolutely cool dude. And
he was a cool interview too.
Yeah, we've had some young guys on. We had Stoyer on, like you guys did, Yankowski. Then we've had some of your retired guys too, Kenny Brightfield, Jared Chamberlain. So.
So are these guys coming to you, or are you going after them? Like, how are you guys doing that?
Nope, Jen's she's the manager there. She's the one that takes care of all that.
She's the PR person.
That's it.
Okay.
Just keep sending messages and get responses and pick a date.
Yeah, that's about
Great.
what I do too. I just send out a ton of messages and just hope they respond.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
We've been lucky, though.
who do you think is your biggest driver so far that you guys have had on? Who's like your biggest celebrity that you've had on?
Matt Shepard by far.
I wouldn't say.
Really? Yeah. Okay. And did you have to reach? What did he say? He said help.
He disagrees.
I wouldn't say it either, but we'll leave that for another day.
Gary's a huge fan of Matt. So if you ever happen to run into him, listen, I'm gonna get his autograph for you. Opening night at Orange County.
That's what I told.
I'll put it this way: from all the episodes that we've had a driver on, Matt has the most listens out of all the drivers.
Oh, I'm sure.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
But our most listens ever though is actually Brett Deo.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Listen, I remember the days
But
of Brett Deo and his dad. I raced with his dad up at Accord Speedway in the street stocks, and I remember when Brett was writing for the accordion, and also he was writing for Orange County Fair Speedway. I mean, I knew when he was just a young kid, and man, what an amazing promoter that kid has become.
Oh,
And
it's amazing.
and even for like a street stock guy like myself, any show that he has that's local, man, I try to go because he just he knows how to take care of a driver. I think that's awesome. I really do.
And that's one of the things a lot of drivers we have on that run Deo or follow Deo. They always say he takes care of you, so why not be loyal?
Yep, 100%. He even came up to Bethel Motor Speedway a few years. He did that for a couple of years.
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
man, even with the street stocks, I mean, I think you had to race your way in, and that's it's kind of unheard of anymore with the street stocks. You pretty much show up and you get in. Just I think anywhere you go, and then to bring what he's doing now, the short track Super Series down south.
South.
Oh yeah.
it's almost like the early days of dirt motorsports of Glenn Donnelly and them guys
absolutely.
and how Glenn started. You know,
Yep.
it's I don't know.
When we talked to Brett, he also said that Australia is not out of the realm of possibilities in the future
Wow, that's crazy.
For the short track Super Series.
for the short track Super Series.
How would that even happen?
Makes sense though because
Dirt
our
car did
modifieds
it.
are booming over there. Yeah,
Yeah, dirt car ran back there before.
yeah.
Did they? Well,
Yep.
I know Troyer was big over there with Peter Britton
Yeah.
in Brisbane, Australia, and their cars are. I mean, the tires on those things are they look like sprint car right rears.
Right, yeah,
they're
exactly.
huge. Yeah, I spent a month over there when I was in the military, and actually got to go over to I can't remember the name of the track. If somebody were to say, I'm sure if I asked Peter Britton, he would tell me right away. And just it's weird racing, but awesome. They look like the old mud buses, from back in the 80s and stuff with just huge tires. But now, obviously everything's modernized. But
A lot of the tracks are smaller too, I believe.
yeah. So how would that so they would supply the cars, or how would that work? How would
We didn't get into details with him. He just said that it's not out of the realm of possibilities in the future.
wow, that's amazing.
That's crazy.
I mean, that just kind of tells you what his vision is for the sport.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Just wants to keep growing.
But it's taken off over there in Australia though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That form of racing, it really is.
Yeah, modifieds and sprint cars both.
Yeah.
Yeah, sprint cars are huge. Peter Britton is like he's like royalty over there when it comes to dirt racing. He shows up to a track, and because of him running the dirt tour and stuff like that over here, World Racing Group and everything, the World Finals, where he finished second, I think it was a couple years ago or something. And he's huge over there. He's huge.
When he finished second in that race at the World Finals, that was actually with a borrowed motor.
Nice.
He blew his motor up and borrowed someone else's motor for that race.
Okay, nice.
His brother's also really good over there.
That's what I was going to say. I think Kevin.
Kevin.
Is really good. Yeah.
I didn't know he had a brother. Man, I need to start paying attention more.
Yeah.
There's actually a Australian guy that's coming to the United States this year to run modifieds over here.
Okay.
He's actually reached out to us about coming on the show.
Nice. So how did you guys get involved with racing? Did you know somebody that raced, or you're just fans?
Yeah, so my grandfather raced, my uncle raced. My grandfather's a past Delaware National track champion. When my uncle raced, he raced sportsman, low budget team, no sponsors. So he picked up like one win his whole career, but so I grew up with
still
the
a
track.
win.
Hey, yeah,
Still
wins
win.
win.
Listen, I know guys are racing 25 years have never even won a heat race.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. This is a tough sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen, how about you? How did you get involved?
I actually grew up in it. My dad used to help on cars all the time, so I was always at the garage playing. And then going to Grandview, Big Diamond, Penn National. That was my weekend for a lot of years.
Yeah. Nice. I just think that it's cool how you guys all just got together. You guys live there, different places. So how does it work? Do you individually interview somebody? You tape it and then you send like who's doing the editing? Who's doing the who's playing it? Who's putting it all together? Who's the brains?
Clark's
Jen's
detective.
smiling. Oh no!
Clark.
Okay, so Mike's playing.
They left it all up to the plumber.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys all will do an individual interview, and then everybody sends it to you.
No, so what we do is we get on Skype, and so I'll call everybody on Skype. And
Okay.
then we can record the Skype phone call,
Okay.
and then we can make phone calls to the drivers and everything. So
Huh.
makes it pretty easy.
So
Nice.
Skype is kind of like this deal, right? But I mean,
Yeah, but
can you use video on that or no?
You can't record video, no.
No.
So we're on video. We can see each other when we're on the phone call, but the driver can't see us.
Okay.
So we can make
Okay.
funny faces at
Face-
them or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I do for a living. I work for the VA, and I constantly set up a lot of our vets and stuff through what we call virtual care management, so that they can talk to their docs and stuff from home. And it's almost the same thing. As long as my camera is off, they can't see a thing that I'm doing. So
That's it.
So if we ever do that, and we ever happen to get Matt Shepard on our show, we're probably going to have to shut Gary's camera off.
Not
what are you talking about?
I'll call in sick that day. Sorry.
Yeah.
You got to put everything aside for the show. I mean,
you're right.
We've had drivers on that we're not huge fans of, but the fans want us to talk to them. So.
Listen, I can tell you there was a year in Orange County where I was racing and announcing, and it happened to be a year that we were in a tight points battle with a good buddy of mine, Emerson Cargain Sr. And we had a rough go that year. There was a lot of ego and pride on the line, more so on my part. And there was a night he won and I finished second, and I had to interview him because I was still being paid as an announcer. And boy, did I have to swallow my pride that night. And I just kind of, but you know what? I got through it. I did the job, and I'll tell you, it's one of my closest friends right now. We call him Pop. I love him to death. He's awesome dude.
How'd that work out? Announcing and racing, they put like a microphone in your helmet, so you're just
every time. Yep. Okay.
So in the car during the race.
So, I get asked that question all the time. The way it worked was they would run, this was at Orange County, and Tim Pitts had stepped away. He was racing and stuff on his own. He was running a vintage car at the time, and it was one of the greatest opportunities I ever had. But I wanted to race. I've been around racing. I'm 43. I've been around racing since I was 9 days old. My father was a racer. My uncles were racers. So we worked out a deal where they would run the street stock class first, get all that out of the way. I had an assistant that was helping me, and he would kind of cover the first part once I was done. And once I was done, I would literally change. My crew guys would take care of the car, and then I would run up to the booth, and then I would announce the rest of the night. So it was it was tough because I was doing it at Accord too, and I was racing Accord Friday night and announcing, and then I'd go to Orange County, race and announce, and it was absolutely one of the coolest seasons I ever had. But when it was over, I was thankful. I was tired. I was tired. It was so people ask me, would you put a mic in the car while you're racing? Absolutely not. No, because there are times. I'm one of those, if I see something bright and shiny, I get distracted. So if I'm leading a race, I sing. I sing songs. I sing to myself. And it's usually the song never ends. And because it just keeps my mind focused on what it is that I'm doing. And I think that when people, if they heard me announcing, they would, I would probably just ask to go check into the ER for mental health or something like that.
Probably should anyway.
I'm just saying, So, have either of you ever raced yourselves, or you guys just been fans, or wanted to race, or?
I have not. Jennifer has.
Okay, Jen, what'd you jump into? What'd you try? You look like a sportsman girl.
I actually an enduro girl.
Yes.
I raced for the Outlaw Enduro series that runs at Grandview.
Okay.
And it used to be the NEAT series. I don't know if you ever heard of NEAT.
I have. Cool. I've raced in one of those.
Yeah. So I raced, I think, had 9 seasons and took 3 years off, and I'm coming back this year. So
the NEAT's Enduro series used to come around to Orange County.
Yeah.
And we started 3 wide. It was 100 laps. And they were there, I want to say, maybe three times, and I ran in it once.
Lots of cars.
I'm talking 120 cars.
Yeah.
And my first top 5 ever in a race car was in a NEAT's Enduro. I finished 4th. I want to say Vinny Salerno, who owns 4-Star, actually finished 3rd. They wanted to protest the cam or something, and he didn't want to be bothered. They want to take the motor apart. And that bumped me up to 3rd, and that was my first top 5 ever. I absolutely loved the NEAT's Enduro series. Absolutely loved it. And I even now, Saturday nights at Bethel, every time they have an Enduro, I'm in it. I absolutely love them.
Nice.
You know, I actually I got them to start running a point series at Bethel. So now their enduros are now a point series for 2021. I was running street stock, pro stock, and enduro all in one night. I was running almost 400 laps a night at Bethel last year. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
A lot of seat time.
Yeah. My guys would literally come over. They would change tires because the street stock, you run the racing tire. Then I'd go out for the pro stock. They would change the carburetor. They put a 4412 on. And then the enduro, they left the carburetor on, but then they would change the DOT tires. I sat in the car, and my daughter would come over and hand me water. And I just sat and I literally never got out of the car probably for 4 hours. It was awesome. It was amazing. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of the enduros. It's yeah. So you ran that for 9 seasons, and what was your best finish? You ever pick up a win? You picked up some wins?
I won 2 ladies championships, and I think I got top 10 in the 4-cylinder class the one year.
Okay. So was it mostly 4-cylinders that you were running, or was it any big cars, big stuff? Okay.
I run a Chevy Cavalier.
Okay. Yeah. I tried the 4-cylinder once, and dude, I got mugged. I had no business being in that division. None whatsoever. Andy Crane's piping in here. I got to mention this. I got to do a shameless plug. Bethel Motor Speedway 2021. So he's even saying the enduros. Yes, they are. They are a series now for points, and plus the Renegades are like the enduros that are more organized. So the Renegades, I think it's pretty much almost a run what you brung, but a full fender style. So pro stocks, street stocks.
Right.
I want to say even 4-cylinders too. I think you can run those as well. And so there you go, Andy. And we have to say that because where is it? Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah. So that's him right there, ABC Design. He's one of the promoters up at Bethel Motor Speedway. And
nice.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, it's cool. So what are some of the tracks that you guys have been to?
Bridgeport, obviously, Big Diamond, Grandview, Georgetown, Canandaigua, Susquehanna, which is now BAPS Motor Speedway.
Okay.
I haven't ventured into New York too much. The plan was this past year to go to Orange County, but when COVID hit, kind of screwed everything up. So. Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Jen? Where have you been?
New Egypt, Bridgeport, Susquehanna, Grandview, Big Diamond, Penn National, Nazareth when they were open. And
that's going back a little bit.
I
think Utica is the only one north. Penn Can.
Okay. So most of the tracks. I mean, I've been to New Egypt, Lebanon. Well, I've been to, not raced that, but New Egypt, Lebanon Valley. So you guys are more southern, right? I'm not. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're more here. You guys are down here with all the local tracks. Now, Bridgeport Speedway. We've been talking about this since day one. They have a $10,000 to win street stock race this year.
They do. I'll be there.
Yeah, and we actually bought a car just for that race. But it's my understanding that. And maybe you can elaborate on this. Is the state police do the inspecting on those?
I wouldn't say the state police do the inspecting. The state police is in charge of the safety, but Bridgeport does their own inspections.
Right.
But everything in New Jersey is a lot stricter because the state police run the racing division.
Okay.
Wow. I believe to be in the pit area, you have to be either 16 or 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I took the Sportsman down there for the first time, it costed me almost $600 just to get it up to spec to be able to race. I mean, right down to the fireproof roll bar padding on there.
Yeah, they're pretty strict.
They made me take out the roll bar padding I had and put fireproof stuff. Yeah, they're real strict on what they got.
Yeah, so even the fuel cell, it has to have a bladder in it, and I started looking at a lot of those, and even their fuel cells are for us is it's almost $800, $800 to $1,200. Yeah. But I guess in the long run, but I still think. I don't know, man. I still think it's kind of worth putting something together and going down there and check it out. I mean, the new facility, I shouldn't say new, but what they've done there, it looks amazing.
Oh, the racing's amazing. And we talk about this on the show all the time, but when you have modifieds that are racing like sprint cars and pulling slide jobs, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, they're 3 wide. And I mean, that place is phenomenal. Yeah.
Now that street stock race, they're putting a 200 car limit on it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, they're paying even
cars,
1,000
man.
for. Here's my fear with street stocks. I've been a street stock guy pretty much my entire career. Is when you put that kind of money on the line, it's a little scary, and it you almost hope and pray it doesn't turn into a bloodbath.
Right.
So I think that race is going to be, and I hope everybody's on the same mentality, that it's going to be like Daytona 500. You're going to kind of hang out till about 5 to go, about 10 to go or so, and then watch out. You know what I mean? Then I think you're going to see something. And I want to say it's 50 laps too. Yeah.
I thought it was 100 laps.
Is it 100?
Maybe. Don't quote me on it. I've known to be wrong before.
So Andy Crane's popping in again, and he says he wants to change that. He wants to invite both of you guys up to Bethel Motor Speedway. At least get some of you guys up there. If you guys ever want to come up, you let me know. And and listen, I will pay for you guys to come up and do some interviews and stuff like that. And just a cool little track, man. I grew up 20 minutes up the road, so it's I'm pretty biased when it comes to Bethel. But really cool little place.
No, awesome. Yeah. I'll definitely make a trip up.
So out of all the tracks that you guys have been to, what would you say is probably your favorite?
I mean, I can't argue with the new configuration of Bridgeport. I mean, it blows everything else away.
Yeah. Jen, how about you? What's your favorite?
Penn National used to be my favorite. Okay. Obviously, that doesn't work anymore. Yeah.
So, where what would be one of the racetracks that you guys would like to go to, or one of the drivers that you guys would? What would be the ultimate person to interview and have on your show?
As far as track wise, I really want to go up to the Valley.
Yeah.
That's a cool place too.
Yeah, I like the speed. I used to go to Bridgeport when it's the 5.8s, and they're 116 mile an hour lap times. You know what I mean? So I like the speed.
Sprint cars at the Valley are awesome.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet. As far as drivers, I couldn't tell you. When I was growing up, going to Bridgeport as a kid, I always looked up to Wade Hendrickson. So having him on the show, I think would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice, Jen.
We're working on that one.
Nice. Yeah.
There you go.
So and what would what would be one of the so do you think it'd be Wade Hendrickson for you, Jen, to interview, or who would you really want to have on the show?
I know we tried to get Rico.
I think
Abreu.
He would be.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I would quit what I was doing.
Yeah,
and I would just say,
yes, definitely.
Listen, this is going to sound messed up, but I wanted to pitch this to him. Okay, you ready? I am a huge Rico Abreu fan. I really am. So but I don't know how he would take it. I might actually get beat up by whoever. In Hollywood, they call them handlers. Whoever helps his PR. But I wanted to pitch this idea to him. I wanted to get shirts made up where when you stood up, all you saw was like the top of a helmet right here. Oh. And then up here it says, "I took a picture with Rico Abreu." Right? What do you think? That would be amazing, right?
If you have those made, I will buy one.
Yeah, see. But I'm an absolute fan. He almost came to Orange County, and I think we were running for points. I forget where the hell I was. And I was going to take the night off. I really was. And I said to the wife, I said, "Listen, bring the minivan." I was like, and put the seats down in the back. And she's like, "What? Why?" I was like, "Because we're going to kidnap Rico Abreu." I was like, and she just looked at me and she goes, "No." Like she took it seriously. And apparently I wasn't laughing when I said that, yeah, we're going to kidnap Rico Abreu, put him in the car, But dude, I just think, I don't know what, and it has nothing to do with him being a little person or anything like that. It just, I'm a fan, dude. I love what he's about. I love the energy that he has. I think it's awesome.
He's very giving.
Yeah.
So he gives back to the racing community a lot. So
and now that he has a mullet, obviously I'm envious. I'm just like, oh my god, dude, he's an absolute freaking genius. You know what I mean? And I was,
yeah.
See, Jen, you get it, right? So and when he started with like the trucks and stuff, I almost got disappointed. I feel like when a guy like that gets into the NASCAR scene, they kind of like deflate them. You know what I mean? They kind of humble them down to the point where it's like they're just robots. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like a guy that's animated and has no issue showing emotion. You know what I mean? But everybody's just so politically correct anymore with NASCAR, and it's just I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not.
No, I agree. And there's a modified driver running trucks now that he's kind of the same way now. So
Yeah.
I won't say any names.
He's
getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. I think the best thing that they did so far with him this year was when they zoomed in on him at Daytona, and that's Stu. Stu was mad, and dude, you gotta make these guys human and these girls human. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you really do. But it's just turned into, I almost feel like it's another cereal box commercial. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Listen, I gotta thank all my sponsors, and dude, you just destroyed $60,000 worth of equipment, and you're still thanking sponsors. You know what I mean? Let's talk about why you just wrecked. And
I mean, it could be like Ricky Bobby. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know, but you know what I mean? And I think what made like Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt and Alan Kwiecki and all those older racers, what made them so popular was they didn't have an issue showing who they really were.
Right. Yeah.
Showing that emotion. But I think everybody's so afraid of being. Now, don't get me wrong, Kyle Larson, dude, you were way out of line on that one, brother. I can't help you. I'm not even going to go there. I'm glad that he's able to make a comeback. But I think that everybody's just so worried about losing their career that you don't see that emotion anymore. I mean, you see it from Kyle Busch, but he's an ass about it. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it, too, they're scared. You say one thing, wrong thing, and piss off the wrong person, and there goes your sponsorship right out the door.
Yeah. This is why I love being a Saturday night junk racer. You know what I mean? I think if you're being a jackass on the racetrack, I'm going to let you know about it.
Right.
A
little bit of that chrome horn, huh?
Well, I listen. We have a conversation first, and then after that, it's I guess it's game on. Listen, I learned the hard way from some hard nosed racers, man, and they taught me the rough way. They took a young kid who thought I thought I knew everything, and boy, they made me learn, and I learned quick. We're not doing that here. Oh, okay. Thanks.
So you think that was the point Shepard was trying to convey to Mad Max down in Florida?
Florida, yeah. I'm thinking so.
We have him on the show in a couple of weeks. We'll ask him.
It kind of goes with the same thing that Timmy McCready said down in Florida.
Absolutely.
It goes hand in hand with that same comment.
Yeah, I agree.
Drive like an ass.
Contrary to popular belief, fear is respect too.
That's right.
I watched the video over and over and over. Same thing with Friesen and who did he get into it with?
Goulart.
Yeah. And I watched the same thing with that. To me, my point of view, that was a racing deal. The one with Stewie and McLaughlin, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It almost it's almost like that there was some history there, but everybody kind of knows how Matt is, and Matt's a no nonsense kind of dude.
Well,
he did choke out Larry White on the tracks. I mean,
listen,
there's always two sides of the story, and then the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah, even Charlie Holtown just piped in. I've known Charlie a long time. He said the same thing. Yeah, don't make me be that guy. Please don't make me be that guy. Listen, I don't want to be that guy. Please don't make me be that guy. But even years ago, with the Sportsman with Matt, him and I want to say it was Timmy Hindley got together in Orange County, and here come Matt's dad, and he right over top of my head. I was a young kid official that my dad had hired. I was just running stuff back and forth for the scores. And his father came over right over top of my head, boy, and he clocked Timmy a good one, and there was a good dust up there. I mean, so the kid has been the same the whole way. I think he's going to take just so much.
Right.
And, this is what they're doing for a living. And, you can't.
That's the difference.
Listen, I've been that guy. I've been that guy, these things aren't cheap. And, when you get run over, I think.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it was the first turn of the first lap, too.
First lap, yeah.
Yeah. So.
See, I didn't even know the details. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's horrible.
You can't win the race in the first lap, but you sure as hell can lose it.
Yes.
Yeah. But I have to commend, though, McLaughlin on the response to that.
Oh, with the
I really did.
With
With
the
the T-shirts,
t-shirts.
absolutely,
Yeah, that's
because
great.
I'd have done the same thing. I really would have. Listen,
Yep.
fat lip, black eye, that's Dirt Nationals right there in Florida, man. I laughed. I really did. I thought that was hysterical.
Might as well embrace it and make some money off of it.
Listen, I'd have
Yeah.
bought one. Send it, you know?
I might buy one.
Shepherd will be looking for a cut.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They'll both be back together this weekend down at Georgetown. So
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, so those of you joining in, of course, we're here with Mike and Jen. They are from the Loud Pedal podcast, and I'll tell you what, they are bigger than what I hope that we could one day be. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's been awesome talking with you guys.
Absolutely,
And,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, I look forward to some more episodes of what you guys have. A couple times, man, you guys had me laughing. You really did. It's pretty.
My wife's upset. They had Billy Decker on.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, Billy's a riot. He really is. You know?
Yeah, Billy was really cool, and it was he was having issues that night at work, and he actually got called in. And instead of blowing us off, he actually talked to us while he's at work trying to fire up a boiler. So we appreciate it.
Just and that's the whole thing, you know. These guys put their pants on the same way that we do, and
Absolutely.
and you know, they're just down to earth guys. And Billy, Brett Hearn's Big Show. I was down in the infield area. I was doing the pit interviews and stuff, and we had a rain delay. And anyway, there was a big wreck on the front stretch. And Shane Andrews wanted me to ask him, you know, what went through your mind, you know, as you got through. And I think this was, I forget who it was. Somebody tumbled pretty bad. And and Billy looked right at me and he smiled and he just goes, I went, oh, shit. I was like, oh, yeah, dude. And it was so loud in Orange County. I was like, oh, my God, I don't know. Am I in trouble? Did I get it? And Shane Andrews was like, no, man, that was perfect. Good job. I was like, oh, okay, they can say shit. All right. You know, I was so afraid I was going to be fired. But it was almost like you know, like what Dale Earnhardt used to do to some of the you know, announcers and guys that interview. You know what I mean? He would break their chops so bad where they were like, you know. Yep. And it was exactly like that. And after he said that, I didn't know what to do. I was, oh no, yeah. I thought I was gonna get fired, but yeah, good dude. So.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Listen, man, this has really been cool, man. I really appreciate you guys, you know, joining us. And like I said, man, we look forward to more of your podcasts and stuff like that. You guys are. I hope that we have half the show of what you guys have. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate it, and thanks for having us on. And if you don't mind, I'd like to give a shout out.
Please,
to our
go ahead.
Shout out to Kevin and Mike at the Comfort Experts. All your plumbing HVAC needs in the Middletown area, give them a call, 845-374-2000. So thanks, guys.
He's a good guy. Kevin's good people.
Yeah. He's really helping us out. So
that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, good stuff. And listen, like I said, send me a what do they call it? A PM? You're gonna PM me, right? Private message. My kids are teaching me this stuff. Send me a PM. You guys ever want to come down to Bethel Motor Speedway and listen? It'll be on me. I'll take care of that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, you guys would be my guest. Cool. I'd love to have you up there.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. It's been a pleasure. And okay, Mike and Jen from the Loud Pedal podcast. And when are you guys on?
Monday nights.
There you go. What time?
We record at 8. The episode's usually up about 9:30 on all your podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
I don't know what any of that is, but I'm sure people watching do.
People sure do. Or just go to our Facebook page, Loud Pedal Podcast.
That's what I did.
There you go. There you go. So
all right, guys. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
So, hey, Gary, you got to turn your mic on.
How about now?
Okay. we're not even going to give him any introduction whatsoever. We're just going to plop him right in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So, this is the mouth of the South, the Wonder Boy, the legend in his own mind, my little buddy, 2020 Street Stock Track Champion from the Bethel Motor Speedway. I want to say 2016 Street Stock Shootout Series winner.
Yeah.
Mr. Kyle Welsh, what's up, brother?
Oh, just sitting here waiting on you guys watching the first half.
Yeah. So all right. So we are going to try and keep this as civil as possible. Anybody that watches our nonsense on social media knows that we definitely have a good time. Him, myself, and Tony Gearhead. Kyle, let's get right into it, man. So you're a second generation driver, right? Your dad was a racer at Bethel Motor Speedway. And how did you get involved? I mean, was it with your dad, and where did you start? Was it 4 cylinders? Was it something before that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, he used to take me in the late 90s. When I was old enough to remember, I was 4 or 5. He used to take me to the track every weekend with my mom, and that I always liked to go. And then once he passed away, my grandparents would take me here or there, but I didn't really start going again until I could take myself when I was about 16 or so. And then I was in auto tech at Bosie's in Liberty, and there was a Pontiac Sunfire sitting there with a broken K-frame. So I went home that night and I said to my mom, "This lady wants $300 for this car." And actually, she handed me the money, and I went and bought it. And that was the first car I built, and I put it at school, and I went from there.
So you started right off in the 4 cylinders. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you had 1 championship in that division?
Yep. Yeah, okay. The first year I started, and I finished 5th in points. And then I actually only ran 1 year of 4-cylinder and moved right to street stock. And I kind of realized it was just too much for me being like 16, 17 years old. And I went back down 4 cylinders in 2013, and that's when I won the championship. And then I realized it was a little too slow for my liking, so then I went back to street stock again.
Nice. So since you've been in street stocks, I mean, dude, you've had an outstanding career. I mean, you're one of a handful of guys that have won at all 3 tracks at Accord, Bethel, and Orange County in the street stock. Plus, not to mention you've won the Gobbler, you've won the Sullivan 100. I guess that would be the big race there. Is there anything? I mean, and now you have the championship from Bethel. Is there anything still left for you to do in the street stock? What is it? I mean, Eastern States has always kind of been a thorn. I mean, you've had some races there where it's been awesome, and then you've had some races where it wasn't so good.
Yeah, it seems to me like the more prepared I am for that race, the worse I do, or the worse that happens. So yeah, that's kind of like the one thing that I want to do that I don't know. I'd have to have a lot of luck, put it that way.
Yeah, Eastern
States.
It's the
toughest race that I've ever.
Yeah, I think any more Eastern States is definitely a lot of luck. I mean, you either have a good draw, but I think that race has gotten to where you have to run it like the Daytona 500. You got to hang out till about 5 to go, and if you're still alive, then you got a shot. So out of all the wins that you have, what do you think is the most memorable one for you? Was it the first one? Was it in the 4-cylinder or in the street stock?
What you broke up a little bit. What was my favorite one? Did you say?
Yeah, out of all the wins that you've had, and what would you say has been the most fun? Yeah. Which is the one the most memorable?
My favorite probably this year when I won my father's memorial race, since it was the first one. That was pretty cool. That was definitely the one that sticks out for sure. They're all cool, don't get me wrong, but the extended races, the longer races, stuff like that, they seem to stick out a little more than. But yeah, especially that race that for my father this year, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and anybody who's been around, especially the local tracks and stuff like that. Your dad, and not just because I know you, but your dad was an absolute legend at Bethel Motor Speedway. Back then was White Lake, and so that's explain how did that number come about? 357. How did you guys wind up with that?
There's only one person that could tell you that, and so none of us will ever really know where it came from, unless somebody else comes out of the woodwork that knows where it came from. I honestly don't know.
Really?
I think it was just kind of a thing. I don't think it was really anything that didn't come from another racer or anything like that. I don't think. There's no real history behind it as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, I'm at a loss on that one because the thing is, you're a lot like your dad, dude. Your dad was a shit talker, but he could back it up also, and it's kind of the same thing, dude. You've got the gift of gab, and it's been one of those. I've been involved in this division for a long time, and I even find myself going, hey, don't tell nobody, but how do I get this thing to work a little bit better? You know what I mean? So it's cool, and it's. I've known you since you were in diapers, and you know what I mean. For you to be exactly like your dad, dude, it's amazing. It's really cool.
Yeah, I surely don't look like him, but on the other hand, I guess everybody says that. But yeah, no, I hear that from a lot of people. It's kind of a cool thing, I guess.
Yeah. So, what's left for you? What's left for you, like with your career? Do you plan on staying in street stocks, for the rest of your career, or are you looking to move up? Tell us a little bit about what you're thinking. We're hoping you're looking to move out of the street stocks. You're a pain in my ass.
Listen, if anybody's got a sportsman, what's up? But no, in all seriousness, I don't honestly have anything. I have no intentions of moving anywhere as far as racing goes because I just can't afford it. The street stocks, we all spend enough money, but at the same time, once you establish yourself and get enough stuff, you collect parts in there, and your friends got parts, and it's kind of almost financially irresponsible to actually move up because if I want to continue to race, I can't afford to tap a wheel and cost me $2,000. I can't do it. It is what it is at this point, And I think street stocks have actually turned into, as where they used to be like an entry level. I feel like they're not so much an entry level anymore because of the cost of racing, and there's a lot of veterans that are in that class, and it's not a rookie class anymore.
No, and we might get tore up a little bit for it, or I might get tore up a little bit, but I think that even at Bethel Motor Speedway, we are one of the premier divisions there. I think that we put on one hell of a show. Oh, yeah. I think at any given night, there's probably I'm going to say 9 to 10 cars that can win any given night. What is it about that place that makes you so good there?
I honestly can't answer that. I'm not going to consider myself anywhere near the best at Middletown and Accord, but it seems like I just figured Bethel out. Accord, I kind of have an idea. Like, I'm definitely better at Accord than I am at Middletown. But now with the new surface at Middletown, I have no idea. But it's just there's a lot of you got to be willing to take information that is not meant to be given, I guess you could say. You got to figure out how to drive certain places. It's tough. I've had people that win repeatedly that tell me exactly how to drive Bethel, and if I drive that way, I finish fifth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
listen,
you got to figure out. There's nothing anybody can tell or teach you to.
I'll definitely be the first to admit that prior, we were always there once or twice a year, and since we started running there full time the past couple of years, how many times you and I have talked late at night, and I'm just, you know what I mean, and you can tell me what's going on, and I try it, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, but it just I don't know, something about that place.
Do you have any ambitions of moving on? I mean, obviously you're great at Bethel. You have any ambitions of trying to tackle the dirt and full time?
I'd love to, but it's kind of tough. It's both tracks that are local around here are 3 times the distance from me. Bethel's just
Right.
it's easy. It's everything
Right,
about
yeah.
it is convenient, and it's only 15 minutes away. I don't have to.
Right,
there's
yeah.
no rush in the car. I went to Accord for those couple practices last year, and it took me 3 days to pressure wash the car.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's not. I just if it gets to be too much work and too time consuming for things like that, it's not fun anymore. That's
Right, yeah.
kind of like Bethel's kind of the most convenient, really. And the payout is remarkably better than most other tracks too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the maintenance bill has definitely been cut in half. When I ran Orange County, like you said, it was all day Sunday, man. You spent all day cleaning the
Yeah,
car and
yeah.
getting it ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So some of the questions now starting to pop in here too. Rick Ryder's asking who's one of the toughest guys that you've raced with or that you are racing with. Who's one of the toughest competitors that you've had?
Honestly, probably Gary Van Orden Sr. is probably one of the toughest competitors that I ever raced against. As far as right now, for sure, JB, Walter, whoever, the top 5 street stock drivers at Bethel, it's never easy. So
Yeah.
But as far as one that was definitely harder than me was definitely Gary Sr. He was tough for sure.
Yeah. The Van Ordens had that place figured out, man. They really did. So out of everything that so the one question that we've been asking here lately, out of any race that you could possibly win in your career other than the Daytona 500, what would be the one race that you would want to win?
The Aaron's 499.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
No, it's probably for sure. It's probably for sure Eastern States. I mean, that's it's not something that I'm prepared for. I don't have a dirt car to take that is really up to par and competitive. I do plan on going to opening night there with a car that's just, it's not what I would prefer. But as far as I would have a lot of preparing to do, and I would definitely put a car together just for that one thing at a time. And I haven't put myself to do it yet.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
I also want to run it. Go ahead.
I mean, you've had cars together, man, and showed up there, and we all thought for sure that you were going to be the guy to beat that day, and just the crap luck, it's just crap luck.
Yeah. I for sure lost some brain cells there in a couple instances, but
yeah. So, but I can tell you,
really hard hits down.
Yeah. I can tell you, for those everybody out there that's watching and all that other good stuff, Kyle, one of the most humble guys behind the scenes when there's not a camera or a phone or a crowd in front of him. I've called him at times and he showed up to my house with parts and stuff like that. And my wife absolutely can't stand when he pulls in with a trailer and there's stuff on it. But she likes when he leaves with a trailer and there's still stuff on it, But dude, I appreciate you, man, and always willing to help out, the next guy. Even Ivan Guerrero, who's a 4-cylinder dude. He got himself a street stock here last year, and you were one of the guys that jumped into to give a new guy a hand, and it's definitely that's stuff I think that people don't see behind the scenes.
You see race guy.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not big on. I don't want to pat on the back or anything, but I like to start out, and I know I didn't know anything, and if I could help somebody save, and especially the cost of things now, just if you talk, I spend all his money, but at the same time, I make sure he's doing everything the right way the first time, and so he doesn't have a head future.
Yeah,
that goes for anybody. I'll give anybody pointers and stuff. I could, and as far as to anybody, and chances are 75% it wouldn't work for, and the other 25% wouldn't listen. So I don't really. As far as that goes, that's one thing. But yeah, if I can help them mechanically to make it easier for them to go and not have the car break down and things like that, and especially I help them with setups because somebody goes out there struggling and they're all over the place and they're a threat to take you with them. So I like to be if I can help somebody be in control and keep their car under them. I still feel like you have to be able to drive too, but it's
so Ryan Brockner's popping in.
I try to help.
Yeah, Ryan Brockner's popping in. He wants to know when you're going to come run with the Upstate boys.
When he pays for my way to go up there, that'd be fantastic.
Have you ever raced up there or no? Any of them?
Kyle? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole different world.
Yeah. I think we went up there for almost half a season one year. We got a couple seconds, a couple thirds, a couple welts.
Okay.
The work.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, all right, man. So let's talk about some of the people that help pay the bills. Let's talk about some of your sponsors and what your plans are for 2021.
So I got pretty much all the same. A bunch of the same sponsors came aboard. Got a couple new ones. Eckelman Trucking. Those guys are awesome. They've been on the car before, as most people know. We got Thompson Sanitation. They came on board. They're good people, local people. Trying to think. Oh, Smith Logging. He's been helping me out now for quite a few years. Tony at TJ Motorsports. He's always got something to say.
Now as well as I did. If you didn't say that name, we would have had to listen to him run his mouth for the next 3 weeks.
Yep.
I really thought about him saying it because it would have been funny. But yeah, no, he does a lot for a lot of guys. He's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%.
I honestly didn't even. Rob Sedata, he's huge help for sure. He helps a lot of guys and when he can, and he's years. He's definitely. Far as I think that's pretty much it. I'm still in the process. I'm actually talking with the vinyl guy to get everything together now. So I'm going to finalize all the sponsors and whatnot. If I forgot anybody, don't shoot at me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, there's a lot of people that don't, that help out that, they just that they're always there to help. So that's cool too.
So listen, Kyle, man, we appreciate you being on, and I gotta say, congratulations, you behaved yourself. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. And so 2021. So you're heading back up to Bethel, looking for a repeat, yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, I wouldn't. I got to find out the stipulations with my son and his go kart and whatnot. If they on Saturdays, I guess I have a champion. So that's depending on that and stuff like that. I'm not setting any plans. I'm not making any plans except for I'm probably going to win on opening night. So, just saying.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. So,
yep.
I got nothing, dude. I really don't. Other than I'm glad I'm not putting a new body on my car.
Yeah, I am. Right. Somebody's got to scratch it. It'll probably be you. For sure.
Listen, I'm going to do it before we even get on the track. I'm just going to get it out the way.
Get it over with.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Just come. I get it. Fine.
What's that?
I said, just come walking up with a hammer. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll leave my kids to do that. And this way, listen, man, I told them not to do that. And sorry about that, Kyle.
Yeah.
All right, man. So talking with Kyle Welsh. Kyle, man, thank you for hanging out here with us. And we're going to see you in a couple of weeks. And, dude, we definitely love to have you back on, check out and see how things are going. And, dude, absolute pleasure racing with you. We break each other's chops a lot. But, dude, much respect, and I appreciate it. And thanks, man. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care, huh?
So Kyle Welsh, 2020 Street Stock Bethel Motor Speedway track champ, and it was a little tough to hear, man, but we apologize for that. I think
he must live way out there, huh?
Dude,
Still
he
on
lives
dial
up in God. Yeah, he's about I want to say probably 15, 20 minutes from us. Yeah, he's in God's country, but
still on dial up.
Yeah, listen, man, good, really good kid. Listen, he is one of the biggest crap talkers in the world.
Yeah.
He really is. That's just his personality. But the kid can definitely wheel a car.
That's it. When you can back it up, you can do
sort
of thing.
Oh yeah.
There's a difference when you talk shit and get your ass beat on the track all the time.
Well, listen, have we had any problems? Of course we have. Of course we have. But I think it's one of those. I learned a certain way, and I kind of. Made it pretty clear that, we're not going to do it that way. And that was it. You know what I mean? I think we had a conversation and a couple of bent rims and some bent fenders and quarter panels, and we were straightened it right out,
There you go.
But,
that's it.
Yeah, man. So, all right, dude, this was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Again, man.
It's good. It worked out.
Yeah, dude. What is it? Thank God it's race
day.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been wearing this one, the red one, the banner.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix this so that. Dude,
he sent you two different ones, so we had different flavor.
Yeah.
You got two. It's two different sets. Pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fix
and
this.
He's the one that's helping us out with the shirts too, to make up the shirts.
Yeah.
So he's definitely been a big help.
Yeah, we do have shirts coming. Again, hit Gary up. Gary, he's the brains behind this whole operation. Hit Gary up, and we get some shirts ordered for you.
It's actually been going pretty good. So
so we
we only got a limited supply to start out with. I didn't know how it would take off, but it's actually doing pretty good. So if you need something, just hit me up.
Yeah. So just and on a personal note, we are making no money on those. We are just that's what we're getting them for. So that's what we're charging you for. And I'll tell you what, the people that have piped in and what is that? Oh, the only slow thing he owns is his internet connection. That's Emerson Cargane Sr. Yeah,
that is a fact.
So Bob Deeney knows all about that. Yeah, but dude, appreciate everybody that's piped in, asked for a shirt. Paul Harding, of all the guys, Harding Automotive in Poughkeepsie. If you're ever there and need something worked on, man, go over there and see Paul Harding. And Paul piped in and asked for one, man. So it's awesome. So Gary wants to know if that's the Dodgers game in the background.
It is.
Yeah. Listen, man, this is driving me insane because the way when we set it up, it was perfect. It was like here. I don't know what happened. I wonder if I just did that. Nah, see, I don't know. Dude, it's driving me insane. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'll actually have the shirts the same day of Andy's race at S&S, which I just,
that's
for anybody
right.
that's watching that, anybody that's thinking about going there, I guess he's halfway filled up. It's $50 to enter. And we upped the ante. He was paying out $250 and he's giving a promotional thing.
Yeah.
And we here at Northeast Race and Happy Hour, we up the ante. So the winner's going to walk out of there with $400. It's going to be $100 for second place and $50, get your money back for third. And you're going to have a fun night at the racetrack.
Yeah.
The first one was really cool. And
dude, it was a great time.
Really I don't see this one being any different. So make sure you contact Andy and get on the list before it's too late.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to make that one. That's practice night for Orange County, and of course, so we're going to go down there for the first couple of weeks till Bethel opens up, and Best of luck to Andy Crane. And again, ABC Design, if you need hero cards, anything like that, go ahead and hit Andy up on his Facebook page. Send him a private message. And I think next week what I'll do is I'll show one of them. I actually have hero cards that he made up for me. And, dude, absolutely awesome price. And the front of it is, a beautiful picture of, when we won at Bethel. And then the back, it's all of your career accomplishments. And just like, you would get at a NASCAR event, absolutely professionally done. These are amazing.
Yeah, they're good to have, especially now. With fans are going to be back in the stands come race time, so they'll be having autograph night again.
Yeah, absolutely. They're allowed 75%. It looks like capacity at Orange County, so that's awesome. Like I said, we had a chance to sit down and talk with Brett a couple weeks ago, and 4 9-inch now allowed in street stocks. The new rookie, the rookie sportsman, shouldn't say new, but that's coming back. A lot of cool things happening, all the local tracks and stuff. And
he had on Tuesday night, he was talking about they're going back to normal pit entry and pit fees and stuff.
Yep.
So that's a good deal for that too.
So it was kind of cool, man, because we had Alice and Ricky on our show before she was on there. So
they beat us to Tanner Von Doren, but we got her.
Yeah. So,
but it's all right.
All right, man.
It was just tough this week trying to find everybody's down in Delaware going racing for this week. So it was the slim pickings, and that's where Kyle came in. We got to get the bottom of the barrel once in a while.
Kyle, Gary said that. I didn't say that. I mean, I did laugh. Oh, my land.
Yeah. Well, when he starts winning, then we'll bring him back on.
Yeah, sure he will. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, all right, man. So I guess that, that's going to do it for us for this week. And listen, the background is definitely looking better. Thank you so much, Nate. Again, appreciate it. And of course, let me get a good shot there of that shirt. Of course, just send him a PM, and you can get yourself a shirt. Thank God it's race day. I think it's absolutely awesome. I love it.
Go on there. Go on the site, tgirmerch.com. They got some cool stuff on there.
Yeah, man.
Get your own.
But
so that's cool. But I just want to say one thing too. If anybody's listening, any drivers or promoters, anybody, if you guys want to come on the show, just hit me up or hit Joel up, and we'll get you on. I mean, we have people that are coming on and stuff, but we're always taking new people, new names. Put you on the list.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got something cool here. Thank you for everybody who's been watching us, and thanks, Bud. I appreciate you, Bud DeGennaro, and everybody that's been watching and sharing, and everybody on YouTube and all that other good stuff. And hopefully we'll see you guys all next week. And of course, we'll still have some more guests and stuff like that. And always cool things popping up. You never know. We are starting to grow just quite a bit here, and it's awesome. It really is. It's amazing.
Nothing but good compliments too, so that's good. People really like the stuff.
So I'm going to work on the background. I thought I had it fixed. I don't know what the heck happened. Listen, everything was perfect.
Just saying, mine's pretty good. Just saying.
Listen. I don't have a chair that goes down. I don't know, man. Maybe if I if I pick the table up, maybe if I just see. Maybe there. Now you can see all the crap that I got stacked there.
It gives you a different look. There you go.
So I don't know. We'll
Makes
figure
the
it
head
out.
shine a little more. But that's all right.
Whatever. Listen, I even took the one light bulb. I've got 1, 2, 3. It's like those 3 lights up there. I took one out because it was glaring, and I was like, "This is crazy. I can't do this." And I don't know. Oh, I'm an idiot. So, all right, folks. Thanks for watching. And Gare, I'll see you soon. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll talk to the rest of you guys soon. Have a good one.
All right, man.
Thanks.